Please stand by for further details. We return you now to your regularly scheduled program.
Hello to those of you who are feeling called to this reading in particular. Welcome to your mystery reading. The first thing that we're going to do is shuffle out a card from the Prisma Visions Tarot, as I have been doing for a while. This will be the context or the general energy of your reading. Don't know if I already said that. But if you'd like to be a part of the community that I'm trying to create, subscribe and hit that notification bell. And before I get you your first card, remember that this is a general reading that could be meant for more than one person. So if you're struggling to find meaning in a message, that's okay. Just let it go, because it might just be meant for somebody else. And if it truly was meant for you, the universe and your spirit guides will make that obvious to you, either sometime during this reading or sometime during your journey. Actually, I just realized, I don't know if you can tell right here, but my cat earlier jumped up on the table and there was a cup there, and I believe it toppled over. So there could be something here significant about water. It definitely reminds me of your emotions, the moon, tides. This is very feminine, high priestess type of energy. I just saw the Seven of Cups in reverse by accident, but I wanted to mention that the letter E, this is backwards and upside down. Maybe that could be significant for someone, but that was poking out to me. So the letter E could be significant for someone, could be particularly significant, or 3 E's could be particularly significant for someone. With that Seven of Cups that I saw, I feel like there's an energy of confusion here, and you're being called to follow your intuition. Yeah. We have the Three of Swords in reverse, and I saw 222 exactly when I showed this card. Let me get a drink of water real quick. That 222 really confirms that your focus needs to be on finding more balance, peace, and harmony in your life. I feel like you need to dig within yourself, if that makes sense, for answers, so that way you can repel what's not meant for you, what you don't deserve, and attract what is meant for you and what you do deserve. I'm feeling something here about vulnerability and being open to be open to the good in life. You have to be open to the bad. That's the thing about the unknown. So there could be something very important or significant here about recognizing your own strength and knowing that you can be that person that is courageous. This Three of Swords here represents some sort of pain that you carry. Your heart chakra might be significant, but it could be a lot of pain. You know, that could range from sadness to anger to feeling numb, like in terms of intensity. Depends, you know, who's watching this. But I feel like in general there's some sort of disappointment here. Could be a big disappointment, like maybe something from childhood that still affects you today. Maybe in general you're being called to build a better relationship with disappointment, to let yourself know that it's okay if things don't go out or work out the way that we want them to. That just means we're being redirected. Maybe the phrase divine intervention is divine protection or something like that could be significant. I'm not entirely sure how that saying goes, but the number 3 here, I just saw 444 as well. 222, 333, and 444. I think there's a lot of meaning here. That light just shifted. I don't know if you notice I saw 4, 5, 6 is shifted for a reason. There's some sort of light here, metaphorical light or literal, it depends, that needs to be shifted. That light that you pour onto others needs to be poured back into yourself. It's okay to give to others. There's nothing wrong with being generous, but you need to know when you're being too generous, when you're giving too much, when it's time to walk away. And this doesn't have to be about a person, just in general, when it's time to let go. There's something here, like I'm getting something here definitely about time. I saw like something about a clock. Clocks, 543. Clocks feel significant for someone for a reason. I just heard orologio, which is watch in Italian. I saw 555. I feel like your ancestors are really wanting you to watch for changes in your life. That came through so interesting. I definitely feel that your ancestors want to help you find the peace that you deserve, like things like the meaning of life and what happens after we die. I think your ancestors and your spirit guides as a whole and the universe, Mother Earth, they're all there for you to help you embrace the truth and be a leader that encourages others to do the same. Maybe you were feeling called to make a difference here. This pain, I used to tell myself something in the very beginning of my healing journey, and it was that pain equals potential. 654, I'm talking about this for a reason. But pain equals potential. Think about how numb you feel, how angry, how sad. And imagine, like, that is a reflection of your potential. Like, the power of those emotions, the darkness that it's creating in your life, is equal potential to manifest that much light, if that makes sense. How much pain you feel is a reflection of how much potential you have to feel joy and satisfaction and fulfillment. I just think you're really, really being called to look inwards for your answers, especially with the High Priestess coming through. The element of water, and I'm also feeling fire, could be very, very significant for someone. I feel like there's something here about your passionate, creative energy and how you're being called to repurpose that energy from less destructive ways to more constructive ones that work for you and the collective rather than yourself. You know what I'm saying? Next, I'm going to get a couple of cards from this deck that I got from a box of cards that I have. Just going to look a little bit deeper into this. I always love using these cards because I use them on myself, and so to see how they resonate for other people is very interesting. But we have 111. How interesting. It's time to work through your shadows and find light again. You're ready. Shine again. Love again. Well, we're going to have to adjust that light because you can't see that. There's definitely something here about adjusting the light in your life. I think this is more about talking about balancing out the energies between the darkness and the light through learning how to appreciate both the good and the bad and everything that life has to offer. Maybe tapping into more curious, explorative type of energy could be significant. This 111 is very interesting because I always see that number as a message to trust yourself. I really feel that learning to trust yourself more is going to help you ground yourself into this reality so that way you can not only have stability but also maybe even luxury. Whatever luxury means for you. It doesn't have to be, jewelry and big houses and, and stuff like that. I'm hearing a song from Hannah Montana. I grew up watching that. That's crazy. But It's where she says life is what you make it. I think that's very, very true. Maybe you're being called to recognize that you really have more power and potential and impact and influence than you allow yourself to see. I just feel like there needs to be a change in perspective, and I just saw 1010. The universe and your spirit guides really want to help you look at things in a different way, shine light on things in a different way. I saw 122, and I feel the energy of the sun coming through. There's definitely an energy of courage here and being the change that you wish to see, knowing that change starts with you. Think about anything in the world, any injustice that frustrates you, and know that you can fix that problem if you're willing to put in what it takes to find a solution or to invest in that cause. Maybe you need to find a different way, like there's a better way to stand up for yourself that benefits not only you, but also everyone. I just saw 111 and then 1111. That trusting yourself energy is coming through very, very strongly. Know that your dreams and your wishes, whatever you want from life, as long as it's realistic and you're not hurting yourself or anybody else, it's possible. I just think right now, before you even think about making your dreams and your wishes come true, you need to be focused on you, because you are the foundation of whatever you want to create. And you need to be stable as a person to have stable creations. You need to give yourself an environment to grow so you can give your creations an environment to grow. This working through your shadows thing, you're definitely not going to regret that. Maybe if you feel called, get like a shadow work journal or research into that in general. There's something here about transmuting the darkness that you carry into more light. That way you can feel more uplifted and empowered and ready to achieve your goals. I just saw 1212. Communicating, setting boundaries. You need to be honest with yourself and know when to say no to yourself. Maybe there's something here about self-discipline or self-control. But saying no to yourself is not always a bad thing. But another, like a big reason why you need to be able to do those things for yourself is because you can't communicate with others or set proper boundaries with others if you can't do that with yourself. The most important relationship in your life that you need to be focused on is your own, especially with the pain that you feel. You really just need to be focused on being there for yourself right now. For me personally, it helps me to envision it as me now being there for my younger self. And I just saw 13. There's an energy of good luck and good fortune. The Wheel of Fortune could be significant. The number 10. I think the universe and your spirit guides really want to help you understand how to unlock and embrace your full potential. You could even be afraid of your own potential, but I just think the universe and your spirit guides really want you to explore your more courageous side, the side of you that is willing to take risks. And is that working for you? Is it working against you? If it's working against you, what can you do, I guess, to protect yourself? I definitely feel the energy of protecting yourself is coming through strongly. I just saw a card that I have that says Lost Shepherds. So someone could have the potential to lead you astray, and you need to be careful with, just make sure you're thinking for yourself. Don't let others or any content that you consume tell you what to believe. Let's go ahead and get your next card. We have I am trying, and that is enough, with 666. Now that number 666, well, I'm seeing 444 right now. I think a very important thing missing from your foundation that really is like a make it or break it kind of thing, is self-love. Learning to love yourself and treat yourself how you deserve to be treated. Just because someone doesn't see what you don't deserve doesn't mean you don't know what you deserve, if that makes sense. I think you're really being called to, I just saw 1515. There's devil energy here. I feel like there's maybe an attachment here that doubts you or makes you doubt yourself. It doesn't have to be a person, just take it however it resonates, but you need to let it go. It could even just be certain thoughts that you have that just aren't true. You really have a lot of potential here when it comes to helping the collective feel and actually be more unified. There's something very powerful here about leading with love, and I just saw 555. Leading with love is going to create changes in your life, but you know, not every loss is a bad thing, because you need to lose things to make room for better. So maybe there's some sort of loss here. I don't mean to sound insensitive, I'm just trying to say what's coming through. Maybe there's some sort of loss here that you need to find the silver lining in. Like, don't focus so much on what you lost, but more on what you gained. Because I just think that the universe and your spirit guides are trying to teach you something. And they're trying to lead you somewhere in life that you deserve to be. But they're really asking you to love yourself and to trust yourself and to really be focused on building yourself up right now. Because once you learn how to build yourself up, building anything else is a piece of cake. There is the zodiac sign of Libra here. This air energy you might overthink. Just whenever you feel uncomfortable feelings like sad, angry, numb, try to analyze your thoughts in an objective way. Like, try to, why am I feeling this way? Try to focus on trying to understand yourself instead of judging yourself. Ask yourself questions, maybe the good questions, if that makes sense for anyone. But I think that will be the end of your reading. I really hope that it was helpful or relevant in some way. If you liked it, hit the like button. Show me that. That is the best way to support me. And if you'd like to offer even more support, you can do so by donating through the thanks button directly below the video. Absolutely not obligated, but always very much appreciated. Feel free to leave a comment down below if you have any. I'd really, really love to connect with you more. And thank you so much to those of you who have shown your support thus far. It really means a lot to me, and it really does make a difference. And the last thing that I want to say is thank you very much for watching, and I hope to see you around.